So today I'm going to be discussing virtual reality. The two articles that I chose for this discussion were about Walmart's new hiring process using virtual reality by having applicants use VR headsets as a way to test their skills rather than just basing their employment off of their applications and resumes. And then the second article that I chose was about a children's hospital's new approach to patients' treatments. The Children's Hospital is using VR headsets gained from a grant as a way to relieve stress and anxiety from children during their treatments. I've primarily seen virtual reality as a gaming advancement, mainly because that's how I was introduced to it, so I never really thought of the different ways that virtual reality could be used. So I see virtual reality now as a progression for not only games, but now with reading the articles, I see it as a way of advanced entertainment, as a progressive way of the hiring process, and as a calming factor for children, which I think is amazing because children aren't very calm. The way that I see it is that the technology behind this piece of machinery involves the tracking of your eyes in order to create the clearest picture possible and making the virtual world look real to the user, which I think is pretty cool because then you don't have to go outside. And as someone who is as pale as me, you don't want to go outside. This advancement in technology is one of the coolest things modern technology-wise in my eyes. The first time I tried VR, I kept going around the room that I wasn't physically in, and I was picking up things and dropping things. And I thought it was really cool, just like experiencing it. So the first article that I chose to review was about Walmart's new hiring process, how they are making applicants use VR headsets to put them into possible scenarios that they could possibly run into while working. This shows the applicant skill sets and eliminates bias for the employer. So instead of the employer shuffling through applications and resumes, the company can set a candidate in front of a bustling aisle with spilled products or unorganized shelves and trash that is thrown on the floor to see how they handle the situation. From the article that I read, they said that they give the applicant 30 seconds to decide and act upon what they're going to fix first. This new process allows for employers to focus on skill rather than personal bias or meeting specific employee quotas like ethnicity or race or gender. Forgot that's a thing. So the second article is about patients at Levine Children's Hospital who are discovering a new ease to their treatments. With a grant from Northwestern Mutual, children are able to use VR headsets during their treatments to help alleviate the stress and anxiety that comes with it. The distraction of the VR allows for children to go through their treatments without the tears, and the doctors can help them in minutes without a struggle. So Andrea Westmoreland, a certified child life specialist with Levine, stated that it took 25 minutes for them to originally set up everything with the treatments for this specific child in this article named Grayson. But now that he had the VR set to distract him, it only took 3 minutes for them to set up and go through with the treatment. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge nerd. So when I watch YouTubers and gamers play these 2D games that I've grown up watching turn into 3D games with the VR headsets, it's insane to me, like how interactive and how amazing everything is rendering. With this new reconstruction of the game, it brings a whole new love and admiration to the game that just re-sparked in me. You see today that more and more games are staying on their normal platforms, but also making a version of the game that is VR compatible, which I think is cool and amazing. One of the ones that I keep seeing now is Minecraft, which is like, they were trying to make it 3D, but now it's like, you can go up to a tree, you can take the wood. It's like you are actually, like, walking around and you are Steve. Like, you are put into the Minecraft universe. You know what I mean? It's cool. And they're doing this with first-person shooter games like CSGO, which is really cool. And you can just walk through the different maps, which you would do anyway in the game, but like now you can actually like walk through them. They're cool. Sorry. My first experience with VR was at my brother-in-law's apartment where we played Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, which was an insane experience because we failed miserably. The experience that you are immersed in is crazy and lifelike. It's so cool. We also see nowadays that more companies are introducing this virtual experience into their own way. Obviously, the example with Walmart, but also Netflix has now made virtual reality a possibility with their shows and movies, which I think, if I read correctly, that they're the first streaming platform to do that. With the advancements that are being made and the number of companies that are jumping on the bandwagon of virtual reality, I can clearly see that VR is and will be a major part of the future of technology. There are already large leaps being made with this technology. I believe that it'll change how we view everything. Not only gaming, but with the entertainment industry. I think more streaming services are going to enable virtual reality, and I feel like this way of employment that Walmart has introduced is going to be introduced to more and more companies. I believe that virtual reality for education would be a great way to help students get a better understanding of the material that they're learning, whether that is with science, with math, with language. I feel like science, it would be a lot cooler, because then if you're talking about astronomy, then you can just like, poof, there's the planet. You're on the planet. That would be so cool. Visually seeing like an image or a physical model or something usually helps me solidify something. Hopefully in the future this technology becomes more available so that schools can start picking this up, even though it is readily available that you can have it in your home. For schools, it would probably be more expensive because they would want to get them into classrooms and not just for a single person. And there could be so many more advancements with this technology through a million other things. Although the advancement of this technology, while helpful, could be detrimental to social interaction as a whole. Even though apps and everything have already made this a problem, with home shopping apps, food apps, and everything that can just be delivered to your door and you wouldn't have to even go outside, virtual reality would add on to this and the decrease of social interaction by you being outside without having to go outside. I believe the future of technology is bright, but I also do see the possibility of it turning sour. So that's my summarization of virtual technology, where I think it's going, what it has been doing recently, and why I believe this to be a very interesting advancement and technology.